Hey everybody, AJ Holmes here today at the Negative Supply headquarters. And today we wanted to make a video that's actually been requested by you all for several months, and that's a direct comparison of our 4x5 light source basic and our 5x7 light source pro. Today we're going to do just that. Both our 4x5 light source basic and our 5x7 light source pro excel when it comes to their intended use. They're both optimal choices when it comes to camera scanning your film. But there are several differences between the two, and chief among them would be in the brightness of either light source. So our 4x5 light source basic is great. It's gonna still be, in most cases, twice as bright as competing options at a comparable price point. So we power this on with the included USB power cable, and you can tell right out of the box, you're gonna be able to have a pretty fast shutter speed when you're scanning, and it's gonna provide a great scanning experience to you. But that's still a little different than our 5x7 light source pro, because that thing's kind of on really a whole other channel, and let me demonstrate that now. The 5x7 light source pro is, in a word, bright. We've established that both of these lights are bright and that one is clearly brighter than the other, but what's the difference like on paper? We did a little bit of a scanning demo earlier today, and at ISO 100, f8.0, we're scanning right at 1/30th of a second with this light source, the 4x5 light source basic. f8.0 and ISO 100 with our 5x7 light source pro, we were able to scan all the way up to 1/400th of a second, although optimal exposure was closer to a 2/50th or 3/20th of a second. The way these lights achieve their level of brightness is through their means of diffusion, and what I mean by that is our 4x5 light source basic has side diffusion. So there's a strip of lights running on each side of the light source. Our 5x7 light source pro is run through direct diffusion. So strips of 99 CRI bulbs run across the entire light. More bulbs and it's a brighter light, more or less. Brightness is important, but brightness isn't everything. There's another critical factor you need to consider when selecting your light source for your camera scanning setup. Color Rendering Index, also known as CRI, is a very important factor when selecting your light. Our 4x5 light source basic has a high color rendering index as it's rated at 95 CRI. Our 5x7 light source pro comes in two different CRI ratings of 95 and 99. For the purposes of this video, we are using a 99 CRI light. What this means in layman's terms is that the higher the CRI, the more accurate and the higher the fidelity of your color or tonal accuracy. So if you're shooting more color film or color negative or color slide film, we would typically encourage you to go with a 99 CRI light. Both will work just fine for color or black and white film. But if you're going for absolutely optimal results every time and you're shooting lots of color film, a 99 CRI light is going to be the best option for you. We believe in modularity and adaptability with our entire ecosystem of film scanning tools. These lights are no different. Our 4x5 light source basic works very well with our Pro Mount Mark II simply by lowering the leveling feet on your Pro Mount and resting it on top of the light source. Our 5x7 light source pro works very well with our Pro Mount Mark II as well by mounting your Pro Mount Mark II on top of your light source pro with the included mask. A modular system that works well every time. So in this video, we very quickly gave you a rundown on some of the features and benefits of using each of our light options. Again, we didn't show our 8x10 light here. You'll be able to see more about that soon. If you enjoyed this video, we'd love for you to subscribe and share more content with you this year and next. And if you'd like to find more content from us elsewhere, you can find links to our Twitter and Instagram in the description below, as well as links about these lights and our other exciting products in the description below. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.